what's up, guys? I hope everyone's incredibly well as always. I'm going to dive into this message around the Divine Masculine Collective, okay? Because I'm picking up on retreating backwards. It's like they're quiet because they may be losing everything around them, okay? So that could be something that they may not want you to know. The problem with that is I feel like you're picking up on it energetically anyway. Ooh, my nose just got so itchy as I said that. So we're going to see what is going on with the Divine Masculines. I do feel like many of them could be experiencing either a tower moment, it could be the dark night of the soul, something that is coming to an end. It's bringing on a lot of sadness. They're at a loss, okay? So I don't know if they're having to like relocate for work. They could be going through some kind of divorce or separation. Maybe they're having to relocate. I'm hearing stuff about finances as well. They could be losing relationships also, or feeling a betrayal from those around them. And I feel like all of this is happening so that way they can get out of some kind of dynamic. It could be a toxic workplace that's been holding them back. Or it could just be like a relationship that they've been in. I'm also hearing too close for comfort, or I'm seeing the words proximity, which is very strange, but people are in too close proximity, okay? So I'm getting that the toxic cycles that many of your Divine Masculines need to step away from, or they've been needing to step away from and they've been avoiding doing that, it's all crumbling down now in front of them. I'm seeing a lot of 555, so there could be a lot of arguments, differences of opinion. I feel like your Divine Masculines really want time alone and they want to be able to go in a different direction. But in order to do that, they have a lot of explaining to do. So I'm going to see what's happening with them. Okay, decisions. You know, the funny thing about decisions coming up is like it's just a matter of doing it. Like I'm getting the Chariot card, the Chariot energy, where they really do just want to take off like a thief in the night, you know, without any explanation, without having to cause some kind of drama or chaos. But at the same time, they know it's not the right way to handle things. Like I do feel like a lot of karmic energy as well. Divine Feminines, you guys have been in some kind of separation energy. That's what I'm feeling. And because you guys have been in some kind of separation energy, it really put your Divine Masculines to think. Like this whole reading is about them coming to terms with their feelings for you. I'm going to pull out the Romance Angels and see what's been going on. Because the vibe I'm getting out of this reading is like somebody's losing everything because of this connection with you. And it's like they have a big decision to make, but the decision that they're up against is, do I start from scratch and allow myself to just be free, to just be who I am? Because part of being who they are is expressing this love for you. Okay, I don't know if you guys briefly connected and then you had to stop engaging with one another because your Divine Masculine was in a relationship. But what I'm feeling is like, that wasn't their decision. It was a decision made by somebody else. Like if you don't stop talking to this person, if you don't stop seeing that person. And I feel like this autopilot energy, at first they were like, yeah, of course, you know, maybe they cut you off, or maybe they told you, hey, listen, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm married or I'm in a relationship, whatever the case is. But this feeling of connecting with you and experiencing what a real relationship should feel like between a man and a woman, they can't let go of that feeling. And I'm hearing that respect has a lot to do with it. When they were with you, they never experienced feeling like a man, feeling what it's like to be loved, respected, valued. So that's what I feel like. They're losing everything around them in the form of some kind of marriage that they've been stuck in, or a relationship that they've been stuck in. And they never had the courage to leave because they've been someone's source of stability. They have been the breadwinner. They have been the one to keep things afloat, or keep a roof over someone's head is what I'm getting. And this has made them unhappy for a really long time, so much to the point where you and your Divine Masculine meeting simply wasn't just fate alone. This was an act of their soul crying out to go in a different direction. Okay, I feel like your masculines at one point felt like they were obligated to whoever this person that they're with. I don't know why I'm getting like a tie to this person. Feeling obligated to take care of this person, almost feeling like you're stuck. Like once I'm with you for life. I'm not allowed to change my mind. I'm not allowed to meet anybody new or experience anything else except being in a relationship with you, and that's the end of it. I feel like your divine masculines may be waking up to a second chance or a second shot at love and life. And that's what this big decision here is about. Many of you could have been out of communication with your divine masculines, and I feel like it really happened abruptly, and they're going to be coming through with clarity to let you know, like, it wasn't my decision, but I do need to take back control of my life. Like, cutting you off, it wasn't me, it was somebody else, but I should have been more autonomous. I should have been more independent. I should have took more accountability for myself. I should have took ownership for the fact that I have feelings for you, and that I should have never let anybody take in this relationship away. I should have just come out and admitted like a man, yes, I have feelings for this other person. Yes, I met somebody else, and the reason I was able to be vulnerable and fall in love with that person was because I'm genuinely not happy with you. I'm not happy with the way that you treat me. I'm not happy with the way that you speak to me. I'm not happy with the fact that we're both actually not in love with each other, and the only reason you're staying with me is because you don't have anything else to do. You wouldn't have anywhere else to go. So I know that the reason you're staying with me and the reason you're wanting to control me is because, not because you love me, but because you're so afraid to be on your own and without anybody to help you with survival. So that's a lot of deep shit right there. Like, your masculines are realizing that they may be tied up in a relationship where somebody is just basically using them as a means of survival. There's no love, there's no care, there's no affection, there's no respect. But when they're with you, divine feminine, I'm hearing that all you make this divine masculine think about is, how do I free myself out of this other situation so that I can experience like what true love feels like. Like, I'm seeing someone feeling like in such deep regret for having to cut you off, but I feel like that had to happen to hurt them that bad so that they could stand up to the person that they're with. Because I feel like whoever they were with found out about you and them and made them cut you off, divine feminine, and it was that very act of making them cut you off that made your divine masculines open up their eyes and go, what? Like, you're not going to control me. Like, I am taking back control of my life. I don't want this life with you like this. It's miserable. Okay, so that is, again, this big decision here that they're either coming to terms with. How do they feel for the divine feminines? What did you awaken in them? Okay, so divine timing was at work in their love life. So I feel like they kind of had to go through this in order to open up their eyes. You may intuitively know this as well, divine feminines, or at one point or another, you could have even known that they were in a very controlling relationship. Maybe you and your divine masculine have been in communication for quite some time. Maybe even before they met this person. You know, that's why I'm seeing two different roads here. Like, I feel like you guys have history, you have a past, and part of their awakening or part of them standing up for themselves was your reminders. So that's why I feel like this was always worth waiting for, because divine timing was always at play. It's like they had to go through this lesson, and I'm hearing it's safe for you to love. Meeting you felt like safety. Meeting, like, you know, what I'm getting is like this big, strong, divine masculine man. It's like their heart is so big that when it comes to women, they think that it's okay for women to treat them or talk to them a particular type of way, and because they're a man, they should just like man up and take that shit. But I feel like it hurt your divine masculine to know that they were in this kind of dynamic. And then they met you, and the difference in the relationship, the safety that you made them feel to be themselves, to be a man, to feel respected, to feel heard, to feel like they were in charge, to feel like they were valued. I mean, that's crazy to have to go home to somebody else that's the exact opposite energy of that. It's been difficult. It's been very difficult. But again, it's been that eye-opener on their journey that's given them the courage to actually speak up for themselves. What do your divine masculines actually want in a connection? So your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I feel like whoever they're with, it's weird to say this, but it's like they fell into the same patterns of like watching what they think a relationship should be. Like I'm getting the forgive you, like healing, like you know in this deck how it says your love life begins to heal as you forgive your parents. I feel like your divine masculines, the reason they endured this other toxic relationship was because they might have seen like a parent of theirs endure this type of relationship, or it's like they might have seen their dad be this particular way with their mom. It's like that's just how women are, and that's just how you're supposed to be. And like, you know, women can be needy and toxic and mean and degrade you, and that's just kind of what you're supposed to put up with. And then meeting you, it was just such a shift in the energy. Okay, so there's a lot of like clarity around the kind of relationship that they're able to have. Like that's why I feel like this is worth waiting for. It's like they met you and they're seeing what they're actually worthy of. Release your ex. I feel like you're a blessing coming in for this masculine having to endure a relationship that their inner child really thought like this is what relationships are and it's meant to be. It's like this innocence of choosing someone toxic for them, but that person was just a product of what they've just seen growing up. This is how I thought relationships were supposed to be. So I feel like you coming into your divine masculine's life was no accident, divine feminine. You were always a blessing and a reward for their big heart, just never directing their big heart towards things that were for their highest good. Okay, but I do see that this is becoming more and more clear. Like free yourself and release your ex in one reading. When your divine masculine has a big decision to make, a lot of them are going quiet right now because that's exactly what's falling apart around them, is like this fake stability that they've created. Yeah, it looks stable from the outside, but many of your masculines, like that's why they act so like intimacy deprived when, you know, like they're in your presence, divine feminines. You know, like many of you can tell that there's like a coldness or a loneliness that they experience or they feel. So there's a lot of clarity around making a better decision for themselves. Like I really do feel like you and your masculine are not in contact because they're trapped, they're stuck. So yeah, let's see what actions they're having to take or pay attention to when it now comes to these big decisions. What are these decisions about? Okay, so a happy ending. And notice how he's wearing yellow in the card as well. So I feel like this is what they're focused on. And that's why I'm telling you guys so heavily, like they really thought that their ending was in this toxic situation that they're in, someone that they've needed to get away from for a really long time. But in their head, they never believed that they were going to attract a connection like this with you, divine feminines. Okay, they really did think like relationships are just something to endure. Okay, they got with someone feeling very tied down, very stuck, and just going along with the motions. Okay, this is what I chose. This is the bed I made. I might as well just lay in it. And then in comes strolling your energy with this happy ending as though they're worthy and they deserve it. So right now with your divine masculines going quiet, they're losing everything around them. It's for a good reason. And the reason you guys are going through this separation is so that your name is nowhere to be called during this ending. Because with this decision card I'm seeing, it's all them. Like that's why I feel like you guys have been in no contact or communication, because when they decide to release this ex and free themselves and take back control of their life, no one's going to be able to point their fingers and say it's the divine feminine. No. This decision is going to be all the divine masculine's choice to step out of this toxic cycle. Okay, that's the reason many of them are going quiet, or many of you might find that the universe is intervening to create silence, a lot of separation, a lot of distance between you two. It's because they're about to make this big decision. They want a happy ending. A lot of them, since your presence in their life, have experienced anything but that feeling of a happy ending. In fact, you've come into their life and made them highlight the fact that it's like, what am I doing with my life? Like, what are the decisions that I am making? When I look around me, I'm miserable. I don't want to be miserable. Okay, so prepare for a lot going down for the divine masculines this year, guys. It might be in silence, and I feel like this is the first time ever many of you are seeing them step down from the spotlight. No more posts, a lot of like the karmic energies and stuff like that, you know, no more like showing up on the scene. Everything is just kind of quieting itself down. Yeah, it's because someone has a big decision to make. They're not wanting to feel stuck. Release your ex. A lot of conflict, discussions going on behind closed doors. And many of you are picking up on it. And I feel like this reading is going to come through as a major confirmation of why your divine masculines have been going silent. And everybody around them have been going silent as well. It's like you guys feel like something's brewing. Yeah, it's because they're wanting to free themselves of this energy. Once they connect with you, divine feminine, that energy felt can't be unfelt. Okay? They can't go back to a situation now that makes them feel like I need to get out. I need to get out of this. So, yeah, that's where they're at. Okay, I hope you guys have enjoyed. You guys take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next one, okay? Take care, guys. Bye.